Hello and welcome to Travel Talk Tuesday. I am Lainey Melnick, the owner of Dream Vacations, Lainey Melnick and Associates in the Westlake Hills area of Austin, Texas. And I am here with the global tour expert, Charlie the Traveler.
Hello.
Thank, Thanks for tuning in to watch. Please scan the QR code and enter to win our quarterly contest this quarter. It is an Oceania cruise to Alaska, which is fabulous. So please enter to win and follow us all over wherever you can. We are streaming over a number of platforms: LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. If you put in your comments on any of those platforms, hashtag Travel Talk Tuesday, then we will give you a $50 gift certificate towards any Charlie the Traveler tour that you'd like to book through my agency anywhere in the world. So please comment and follow along. So today we're talking Laos.
Let's do it. Some people don't know where it is, but we'll help them figure it out.
Okay, I hope so. We have to know.
It's it's between Vietnam and Thailand.
That's right. And that area of Southeast Asia is super hot, like not hot in temperature, although it is, but hot in destinations right now.
Laos, I would still put it a little bit. It's gone up, but I would still say that it's underrated. So from the
Yeah.
100 countries that I visited so far, I would say the four most underrated, sorry, Uzbekistan, Nepal, Azerbaijan, and Laos. Those are the four,
Mm,
in no particular order. It's a gem of a destination. It's rare that somebody will visit only Laos. It's usually combined with one of the neighboring countries, meaning Vietnam or Thailand. And
mm.
between the two, it's more commonly combined with Thailand. But that doesn't mean it has to be. I'm just going to talk about the statistics.
Right. And I think more people that I know of combine Vietnam with Cambodia just because of
Yeah,
going up the River. That's the usual pre and post.
that's exactly right. So Thailand and Laos get combined more often. Vietnam and Cambodia get combined more often. However, there's plenty of people from Thailand flying straight into Siem Reap and all this kind of stuff. I mean, they've got relatively
Right.
cheap and quick flights in that part of the world, and they've made it really
Mhm.
convenient for travelers to be bouncing around as much as they would like.
Yes, but it is a long way to get there. You usually have to figure 2 days there and 1 day back for your travel days.
Because of the time difference and whatnot. But yeah,
Yeah.
these flights are very long. That's why I tell people, like, if you're there, try to give yourself an extra vacation. Um, it's like there's certain parts of the world that are just really, really packed with stuff to see.
Mm,
Um, I would probably say the two parts of the world that are the most packed in my mind, Southeast Asia and the Mediterranean. Those for me
mm.
would be the two most, where it's just like an overwhelming amount of stuff. So Laos is a relatively small country, um, and it holds its own in terms of attractions.
And we have another episode. Actually, I think we have two episodes on Thailand. So, and another episode on Vietnam. So you can take a look at our past episodes to learn a little bit more about Southeast Asia and maybe what you might want to combine. And you can customize however you'd like.
Very cool. So on this trip, there are a few people who will, because we take people in northern Thailand
Hmm.
to a place called Chiang Rai, and we take you on a boat ride, and it actually divides Vietnam, Thailand, and Laos. So some people will ask to cross from there, but the vast majority of them simply want to take a flight into a city called Luang Prabang.
Mm.
And that is a fun city, especially in the evenings. They've got like a market that I'll tell you about in a few minutes, but it's definitely one of the most popular places in Laos, and very good tourism infrastructure at this point. Years ago, no, but that was like the first place to jump
Mm.
up in the ranking and prepare itself for tourism.
That's good. Infrastructure was kind of a challenge when I was in Vietnam. I mean, we were one of the first people after COVID to go, and it was still kind of suffering a little bit. But yeah, it's good. It's hard in that part of the world. Like you can't expect it to be like America when you go to a place like that.
Yeah, indeed, indeed. Um, so what we end up doing is you fly on day one into Luang Prabang. You don't visit it just yet. What we try to do, as long as you arrive early enough, is we take you from the airport straight to this village. It's called Nong Kiao. Okay, I don't expect anybody to remember that one. It takes about three. It takes about 3.5 hours to get there.
Mm,
This place is going to be the next big thing. If you go there now, it's still undeveloped, but you just look at it, and I've seen this plenty of times in Southeast Asia where you go to a place and it's just like undeveloped and whatever, and you're like, give this thing 5 or 10 years, and
mm,
everybody there's going to be the people selling the pancakes over there, and there's going to be like all these backpack establishments, and you
mm,
you can see that that's going to be the next one. So
okay.
yeah, so
And
sometimes
how do you get
people don't.
there? You said it's 3.5 hours. Is it by bus?
No, no, no. We take you in a private car.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, yeah. We pick you up straight at the airport, and we'll take you to that village.
Mm,
Um, so this place is no less beautiful than any other places. It's just less developed. Um, so that day you're gonna kind of want to rest, because of the time difference. It depends where you're coming from. If you're already in Thailand or Vietnam.
mm,
Um, but anyway, day one we just get you there. That's all that really happens. Um, on the second day, we take you for sunrise. Now, I do have to
mm,
say this: Laos is a country that is famous for its viewpoints, which require hikes.
mm.
Um, some hikes in some of the countries where we operate, not a big deal. Laos is a little bit for stronger people. I'll be honest.
Uh, okay.
So we can cut out these hikes if you're just not if you're not what's the nice word for it? I don't want to say fit or
Fit.
whatever, but
You can say fit.
there, there you go. Um, if you're not fit for the challenge, we can simply cut it out. But it is really a beautiful place once you get up
Mm,
there. So, and you'll even when you get up there, you'll see people who have been camping out from the night before. We don't do that. We'd
mm,
rather have you staying at a nice hotel. But you'll get younger people who are in their tents or whatever, and they're waking up around the time that our customers get there.
mm,
And it's probably, in my mind at least, the prettiest viewpoint in all of the country. So this is going to be your first impression of Laos.
mm.
Um, you're going to lose a couple pounds. I got to be honest with you. I wouldn't bring a lot of stuff with you because it is a little bit steep. Um, so once you get up there, it's really a gorgeous view. And then what ends up happening is we return to the hotel, you know, and you're going to want to take a nap because we start really early in the morning.
Mm,
Um, you take a nap, you wake up from the nap, and then we wake up, we take a boat ride to this nice river, and this boat will take us to this famous cave.
mm.
And then from that cave, we go to another viewpoint. So you're going to burn calories this day, okay? It's an active day for sure. Um, and even if you're tired, you're not going to regret it once you get to the top. Um, and they got this crazy like artwork in these places too, like somebody like put like a motorcycle
Mm.
just on the rock where the viewpoint is. Like it's almost like a motorcycle just got stuck there. And
But it's
it's
art.
of course it's art, but people go there and they take photos with this thing, so it makes
Uh-huh.
it look like you drove up to this viewpoint, like you're hardcore and you just kind of, everybody wants to take a photo with this thing. I took a photo
That's
with it.
funny.
Everybody that goes there wants a photo with this motorcycle over there. um, and
And for
after
people,
taking
I'm just gonna say for people who are like not morning people and you're thinking, oh my God, and I have to get up for sunrise. When you're in a time difference like this, you are naturally waking up at that time. Like I had no trouble getting up very, very early in the morning after you're there because you're just so messed up with your timing.
Well, I'm glad it's easier for you than me. For me, it's not the body that keeps me going. It is just my like, no,
Adrenaline.
I put all this time and effort, and I'm not going to sell myself short. It's a different type of mindset.
Yes.
But um, so anyway, after doing that one, we take you by foot to this village. And there's this really nice street over there, and it's dotted with like traditional shops and the things that they make over there and whatnot. It's close to where you exit from that big hike, so it's just a convenient stop that we make. Then we get back on the boat. Then you go back to your hotel.
Mm,
Then we go back to Luang Prabang, where you should have arrived on day one.
mm.
Um, so that's how that one. That's how that whole thing happens. Now, sometimes people are like, you know what, we love your itinerary, but that one is a little bit too much for us. Let's cut it out. We tell people as long as you're fit enough to do it, don't cut it out because it's gorgeous. Sometimes
Mm.
people will add a day to the 7-day tour and make it 8 days and say, you know what, take us over there, but just let us do nothing for a day so we can kind of adjust the time difference. It's really, again, going to depend where everybody's coming from. Are they coming straight from North America, or have they already adjusted and spent a couple weeks in Vietnam and now they're doing Laos, or spent a week in Thailand and now doing Laos, So each
Right.
is to his own, and this is why we adjust accordingly. Um,
Yeah.
now it's day three. Now it's day three. Yeah. Now it's day three in Laos, and again we're in Luang Prabang, which is the number one destination over there.
Hmm.
You're starting with this like really traditional boat ride. It's got a nice little boat designed to it, and it
Mm,
takes you along the Mekong River. That Mekong River, it goes through Vietnam, it goes through Thailand, it goes all over the place.
hmm.
Um, so it's taking you to these like beautiful temples, and it's taking you to villages. And in this one village that we take you to, um, it will show you like where they make whiskey, where they
Mm.
make whiskey. So in Wimple, the whiskey sampling, it's included in this tour. So
Ah,
we ask people not to get too loaded up on the stuff, and most of them respect our wishes. Um, but yeah, we don't really have a limit. We just ask people to like be careful with how much they're drinking alcohol anytime.
yeah. And
Makes it.
when you're tired too, mixing alcohol, it's not always so good.
Well, this point is day three. Yeah,
Hmm.
this is day three now. Um, so that works well. And then basically you've done the wine. It's rice wine. That's what this thing is.
Mm.
So it's a rice wine, which is not a surprise or anything. But you also try rice whiskey. So you do both, the wine
I
and the
see.
whiskey. And how does the expression go? Liquor before beer in the clear, beer before liquor, never sicker. So when you do this, do the whiskey first, then do the wine. Okay? And
Good,
you're going
good
to do
tip.
this. All right. And you do this in the village that we've taken you to by boat along
Mm.
the Mekong Delta, which is a huge delta that crosses
Yeah.
several countries. After that, you see some like handmade textiles. Um, and after you do that, you're actually plowing the fields. You're trying it yourself. So
Ah.
it's done with a water buffalo. So you're watching other people do it, and then you're actually trying it for yourself.
So
Okay?
you're guiding
So
the water buffalo from behind, I take it, or are
they're
you in
guiding
front?
you.
You're
So you're
okay.
basically, yeah, yeah. They've done it a few times, so you kind of have to follow their lead, not the other way around. Um,
Are
but
you
you're in those
riding
like
on
those
something?
beautiful.
Yeah, go
No, no,
ahead.
no. You're plowing. You're plowing like farming.
So you're like holding this thing behind that's scraping through, right?
Correct. Exactly.
Okay.
Like a farmer. So
Right.
you're base. you're being like a farmer. So you're starting to realize in this tour that we do, this thing's pretty unique, right? This is a different type of tour that we have from other
Yeah.
countries. You know, you're doing what they're doing over here. Um, and after all of that, then we take you to this cave. It's not just a normal cave because there's a bunch of beautiful Buddha statues,
Mm,
and it's beautiful artwork. It's religious as well, of course, but they've done it very artistically over there.
mm.
Um, After we've shown you the cave with the beautiful artwork of the Buddha statues, you're provided with lunch. It's included on this day. After that, we take the boat back into town, and then that's when we start exploring the city. So there's things that you would imagine, like there's a temple, um, and there's also a viewpoint in the city, and then it's only 15 minutes to the top. Unlike day one, day one, it's you got to be strong. The one on day three, it's just a 15-minute easy walk. You
Mm.
get to the top, and you got beautiful views of the city, and you're going to see the river, you're going to see the greenery, and you see the sunset. We take you at a specific hour so you can watch the sunset over there. So after all this hard work, you're finally going to reward yourself. We take you back down into town from this viewpoint, and we take you along the most famous street. And it's got like temple life,
I think you
it's
cut
got
out on
nightlife,
me.
pretty much anything. Okay, I'll repeat that sentence. I'm sorry.
Well, I
Um,
think there's
so
something up
after
with
you've
your
done that,
headset. Did your headset get disconnected or anything?
can,
Okay.
can you hear me, or
I,
can you hear me?
I'm not sure what happened, but it's a little more like muffled. But I can hear you again.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's better.
technology.
There you go.
Very good. So from the base, from where you watch the sunset, it's only a 15-minute walk up. You've watched the sunset, and now you're going to get rewarded with some fun. When I mean fun, the whole thing's fun, but more like meeting people and food and music and all this kind of festive stuff.
Right.
So we will take you back into town, and we take you along the most famous street. You're going to see temples there as well, but the highlights are going to be like the night market, which the night market
Mm,
almost everywhere in Asia is like the big thing. Everybody goes to the night
yeah.
market, and they've got a very good one in Luang Prabang. And there's a lot of nightlife over there too. That's not for some people, but for Lainey, for example, she's going into the wee hours of the night. um, so little bit of it all. I mean, so that
And
that
it's
day
fairly
here on day
safe
three,
in this area of the
well,
world.
it's incredibly safe. I mean,
Yeah.
anything can happen anywhere, but statistically, these places are very, very safe.
Yeah.
Um, so that's what happens on that third day. It's a mix of you becoming a farmer and and wine tasting from the rice and whiskey tasting and
Mm.
a little bit of partying and all. So you're not going to get bored for sure. Now we've talked about Laos being a little bit more of a traditional country. It still has its infrastructure though, so it's got like a bullet train, for
Oh,
example. And we don't have that where I'm from, and I don't think you have that where you're
no,
from either.
not
All right.
yet. Hopefully soon.
Yeah, yeah. Well, um, we've been waiting. I've been hearing that since I was born, basically.
I
So,
know. I
um,
know.
so the second most popular destination in Laos is Van Vang. Van
Hmm.
Vieng. And you take the bullet train from Luang Prabang, which is the number one tourist destination, boom, straight to Vang Vang. Your tour guide is going to be with you on that ride because it's one tour guide for the whole duration of this private tour. This is what our tour is in Laos. It's a private tour.
Ah, okay.
Um, so we've now taken the bullet train. Um, you're doing this in the morning, and there's a beautiful morning market that we show you over there. Very different from what you've seen now in Luang Prabang, which is a night
Mm.
market, right? Um, we'll show you the National Museum over there. They got some really good artifacts and whatnot. Um, I'll be honest with you, I'm not typically a big fan of national museums. I can get bored with them after a while. This one's pretty cool. That's the reason
Mm.
why I said let's keep it in. Um, and then we basically take you to this waterfall. And over at this waterfall, there's a lot of people who hang out over there. So it's kind of like a spot to hang out, have drinks, have some food, talk, and all this kind of
Mm,
stuff. And you can go swimming, and there's some things that you kind of jump off, and people like doing a lot of videos and photos there and whatnot. So
mm,
usually our customers ask us to spend a little bit more time there because it's a lot more fun that they would have expected just to go to some waterfall, you know.
mm.
Um, and then once we're done with all that stuff, we get you back into town, Van Vang, and we will show you the night market, which is also cool. Luang Prabang has the best one, but this one is also pretty cool.
All right.
So you would think from what I've told you, like the most action-packed stuff is behind you. No. Okay. No.
All right.
That's today. That's on 5. Okay. So day 5 starts with a hot air balloon ride over Van Vang.
Mm,
This is one of the most popular activities in all the country. It is one of the coolest hot air balloon rides I've done, and I've done it in many, many
mm,
countries. Um, so after that, we will do a hike. Again, this is a hike for more fit people. If you can't do it, we just take it out.
mm.
But the viewpoint is absolutely gorgeous there too. They've got like this karst formations and everything else. Um, if it's just a viewpoint and you see the same thing like you could anywhere else in the world, it's like, why waste the time and let's do
Right.
something else. No, you get to these viewpoints and it's eye dropping. That's why we're taking you to these specific places. Um,
I would
so
say
after
more
that,
like jaw dropping. Hopefully your eyes
oh,
are
so
not dropping.
I said eye dropping. You know why? You know why I said that? No, you know why I said, because I just got back from the eye doctor and my eye's bothering me right now.
Oh,
And my right eye is like irritating me. So I meant jaw dropping, but so I'm sorry.
that's
Oh man,
okay.
that's what.
I was imagining the cartoons, with the the eyes popping up.
All right, never go to an optometrist appointment before a
Before you
travel
talk.
show. So after this jaw-dropping viewpoint, we will take you to this place called the Blue Lagoon.
Mm,
And it's like a cave as well. It's a cave lagoon type of place. And as you'd expect, the water is blue inside there. It's really pretty, and you're
mm.
allowed to go swimming inside there.
So is it a
Um,
hot spring or cold water?
it's, I mean, cold, but it's not that cold. I mean, it's like
Mm,
fine, a little refreshing, but
okay.
it's not cold at all, at
Mm,
least by my standards. After that, you got some time to eat. We'll show you another cave after of that, and from this next cave that we take you to, it's a starting point. You go kayaking from this next cave.
mm,
So we showed you the Blue Lagoon, then we show you one more cave, then we take you kayaking.
mm,
And there's a bunch of beautiful stops along this kayaking route. There's more caves, there's more, um, just water formations and all this kind of stuff where you can go swimming and all this kind of stuff. So it's a
mm.
very scenic cruise that you're doing along the kayak. Then we reach a certain, tell me.
I'm envisioning the wildlife in Laos, and I'm thinking snakes and things in the river, lizards, turtles, crocodiles, like whatever were you
No,
talking there?
no, 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 not at all. So this is a river, and there's people hanging out, lots and lots of people
Mm,
hanging out. Um, and there's kids over there who try to talk to the tourists and whatnot, but they've got kayaks, and you got people like drinking beer over there, and they've got their
mm.
car next to it, and they're waving at you and all this kind of stuff. So it's beautiful scenery, but it's like people love to hang out over. Like people hang out by the river.
I
That's what
see.
it's like over there. Yeah, it's not like a Amazon type of thing with like,
Right.
um,
Okay. So
yeah.
it's more like going through the Mekong where all the markets are, all the people jumping into the river as their activity of the day kind of thing.
Yeah, well, the Mekong, it's got its own kind of like markets on it and stuff. This one is not so for the market. This one is because you're seeing the river, there's people on both sides of it, but you're making a lot of stops to these beautiful places where you go swimming and you
Mm.
see different like crazy cave formations and whatnot. And then we
Mm.
kind of get to a point, and the river's right, the river's flowing a certain direction, right? So you're kayaking, but it's going in a certain direction. And then you
Mm.
meet other people when you're kayaking, and um, you might meet somebody you like and you say, how you doing? That kind of thing.
But
Um,
are you in a double kayak or a single?
Single.
Singles. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
you're in a single kayak over there. But you have your tour guide as well. So you're
Yeah.
you're following your tour guide. So after we've reached a certain points, we switch from kayak to tubing. So you're
Mm.
going that same river, but now we're doing it tubing style. Um,
And do you
and
have
then
your
we take
cooler of rice whiskey with you?
only if it's Lainey. Um, and the tubing is really fun. This is, um, I would say, the second most popular activity in Laos.
Mm.
It used to be the most popular before they came out with a hot air balloon ride.
Wow.
So a lot of like backpackers back in the day, they wanted to go to Laos specifically for this tubing
Mm.
experience. Um,
It
so
sounds
you're
like it's
doing
going
both
to attract
in
a
this.
lot of younger people, like the young 20s maybe who like backpacking type of trips.
I would say 50 and under. Um, the older people, I think they would like it as well, but it is a more active tour, this
Yeah.
one. So if they're fit enough to do it, they would like it. I mean, the scenery is gorgeous, but yeah,
Mm.
just because of the activities of kayak and tubing and more fit
I mean,
hikes and all
it
this kind of
sounds
stuff.
great for me, except for the hiking part. But
Which would yeah, that's why with individuals over a certain age, um, they often ask us to cut out the hikes, and that's all we do. It's a tour, so it's very easy
yeah,
for us to cut those things out.
right.
Um, and then basically um, this cruise that we do, kayak, tubing, and then we go kayaking one last time. This takes you all the way back to your hotel almost.
Oh,
So you're
wow.
starting in one area, and it goes
Mm.
all the way back almost to your hotel.
Mm.
And this hotel is gorgeous, the one that we use, as long as it's available. And it's right there on the river.
Mm.
Um,
And are we
so
talking about 4 and 5 star hotel kind of accommodations that
five,
Americans
five,
will? Okay.
five.
Because I know on different areas of the world, it's not the same kind of star system. So it might not be the luxury that you expect in America. But is it very royal and extravagant?
Yeah, everybody loves the Van Vang. I mean, I personally stayed there.
Mm.
It is a good one. It is a beautiful property with beautiful rooms and beautiful views with an
Mm.
amazing breakfast over there. When you get our package with hotels, all the breakfasts are included. Um,
And the breakfasts out there are amazing. They have like noodle soup, they have dumplings, they have sushi.
you know what? They tend in Southeast Asia, their breakfasts are very big. So like
Yeah.
Europeans will kind of say like you Americans have such a big breakfast. And then we think that we have the biggest breakfast. Then you go like Laos, Thailand, and Vietnam and Cambodia, and you're just like,
Mm.
wow, they've got a big breakfast. They've got
Yeah.
like a Las Vegas size buffet breakfast type of thing.
Yeah. And it's
Um,
delicious food.
it is. It
Mm.
indeed is. Um, I would say food in Laos is a little more similar to Thailand than it would be
Mm.
Vietnam.
Okay.
But its history is more tied into Thailand as well. Their letters are more similar to Thai letters. Their temple designs are more similar to Thailand and stuff like that.
And what about
Um,
language?
more similar to Thai.
So, but do people understand English?
The tour guide does. That's the important part. A lot of locals don't, but those who work specifically in the tourism field do.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, so that's how that whole thing works. Now on the sixth day, we'll go by Van Vang, by a private vehicle to the capital,
Mm.
Vientiane. I pronounced that wrong. I can't pronounce it right. I'm sorry, but
That's
that
okay.
is the capital. Yeah. You wouldn't have known the difference anyway, but I
I
don't want to
wouldn't.
pretend like. Okay. Um, so we first take you to this Buddha park. Um, and before I went there, I was kind of like, well, why, why are we going to just look at some more Buddha statues or something? Now, this one was very beautifully designed. So it's like a botanical garden type of place with all these different types of Buddha statues. One is like the sleeping Buddha, one's a tall Buddha, and you can actually like climb some of these ones and get views and whatnot. Everybody loves to take photos there. Everyone is very pleasantly surprised because they think it's just like, oh, we're just going to go to a park and see some Buddha statues and get out. And then when they get there, they're just like, oh, wow, this is really, um, this is a piece of artwork, you
Mm.
know. So it's a good part of the day that you start off with. After that, we're taken to this like temple. It's a really nice temple. Um, and we see then next to the temple some like religious artifacts and whatnot on display. We then take you to a stupa. I don't know if you know what a stupa is. Um,
I know what it
it's a
is. I
different.
just don't remember.
No, it's okay. It's a different type of temple. It's the one that are more round.
Oh, okay.
It's a more yeah. So there's the temples that we all know temple. The other ones are just very like circular. They're often like white and stuff. So you see a lot of that kind of stuff, like temples and stupas and artwork. Um, and then after that, we will take you to the night market. That's what we'll do. The
Mm.
market over there is also fun. And then pretty much on the seventh day, you're going to be flying out from the capital.
Ah, okay.
So unless you've asked to add a day to this tour, because some people want just an extra day in Luang Prabang to go have fun and do nothing, or
Mm.
they may have an extra day to relax. This is a standard 7-day tour. That's what we
And
got.
it's full. Like you have packed in so many activities. Everybody's going to need a vacation after after this vacation. So,
So,
how much?
something
Go ahead.
something like that. I mean, this one we definitely like. There's no company that covers the highlights as comprehensively as we do. I mean, I really went in there to make sure that we're just like you're not going to miss anything important with
I mean, this
us.
is, yeah, and this is one of the reasons I use Charlie a lot all over the world is his tours are just packed with everything you possibly want for an amazing value. You just cannot beat this doing it any other way. Even if you go by yourself, it's not better. So I highly recommend booking the Charlie the Traveler tours if you want the biggest bang for your buck.
And
So,
you can have fun any time of the year. November through April
mm.
though are the probably the best months to go there.
Is it dry
Um,
season then?
yeah, when you start going later, I wouldn't say it's so much dry. It gets very hot after
Mm.
May. Gets
Yeah.
very hot over there. So November through April, it's like just the cooler months, and it's unsurprisingly like the most popular time to be there, and when you're going to see the most travelers there as
And
well.
this is a completely private tour. So if you're going with somebody, two people, or if you're a solo, you're going to pay a little bit more on this kind of a tour, right?
Yeah, I mean, we do it for solo travelers. We just did this last month.
Mm.
But usually we encourage it to be like a party of two because you're seeing and experiencing so many beautiful things. You're going to want to enjoy it with somebody. There's a lot of
Yeah.
tours that we have that it's a shared tour and you're going to be with other travelers and all that. So if you bring somebody or not, it's not a big deal. Laos is a little bit more like it's a special experience, and you want somebody next to you to be like, hey, remember when we did this? It's that kind of
Mm.
place.
Right.
Um,
And how much are
now,
we talking?
oh, you want to talk money?
Yeah.
Um, all right. That one I have to go to my computer. Hold on.
Okay.
That's always the question that I don't have memorized. Everything else you ask me to have memorized. Um, oh, sorry about the tour.
Mhm.
We talked about the one bullet train. Um, you definitely need private transportation. So we said this is a private tour. you need private transportation. If you think you're going to go to Laos and just be using buses and whatever to be getting around the whole country,
Mm,
uh, no. I mean, if you only want to do Luang Prabang, um, Van Vang, and the capital, like those three, yeah, you could do it by train, but you're going to miss a lot of stuff.
mm,
Laos is a country that we can make things easy for people. That's the reason why we're there and we're not, in other
right,
parts of the world. Like I'm not in New York City where, you don't really need me. Um,
right. I'll book you to New York
so
City, though.
yeah, she'll do it. Um, Lainey can help you in New York. There's nothing I could really do to help you there. So this one, this is based on two people. This is a 7-day tour, and this is with mostly 5-star. If the place that we take you to doesn't have five, we're still taking you to one of the best hotels there.
Mm,
Um, but we give you five when five exists. It's for 7 days, 2,265.
yeah,
That's what that one
very
is.
reasonable. Yeah, and when you go to places like Southeast Asia, you can really get a lot for your money. So 2265 is amazing per person. You're getting even some meals with that, and all your transportation for
Yeah, that's
private transportation.
private trans. Yeah,
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 that's
and all the
amazing.
train, the entry fees, the tour guide, all of this stuff. You get
Mm,
good value. Countries like Vietnam, Thailand, Laos, Bali, Indonesia, these
hmm.
countries offer really good value.
Yeah,
There's some other parts of the world that you go to, and they may be beautiful, but it's so expensive that it's like this monkey on your back the whole time for everything that you
right.
spend. Laos is one of those like you're spending your money, you're just like, you know what, I feel like I'm being appreciated, that kind of thing, where it's like
Yeah,
I'm getting value, I'm getting a good bang for my buck.
exactly.
So the people, they're very like friendly, you know.
Hmm.
Um, they're easy to talk to as long as they can understand you. That's kind of the thing. But they're not shy into themselves by any
Hmm.
means.
So
Southeast Asia people generally aren't.
go ahead. Sorry, I was
Um,
interrupting you.
no, no, it's okay. But um,
I
yeah,
was just gonna
it's
say that next week is our episode 30, which is gonna be
uh,
the last tour that you have actually that we haven't talked about, Guatemala.
mm.
So stay tuned next week for that. But there's many more tours to come, I'm sure, right, Charlie? You're gonna do India, other areas that you talked about, but I know. Well, stay
Yeah,
tuned.
yeah.
I'm sure we will keep you updated as we get more stuff to talk about. But I'm gonna do some housekeeping before we finish this up. Okay.
Mhm.
We up in the corner is the QR code. Please go ahead and scan it. And follow us everywhere on every platform. Like and subscribe. Of course, leave comments. When you leave comments on our streaming networks on this recording, please put hashtag Travel Talk Tuesday, and we will give you a $50 gift card towards any Charlie the Traveler tour anywhere in the world that you book through my agency, Dream Vacations, Lainey Melnick and Associates in the Westlake Hills area of Austin, Texas. So it's great to talk last. Do you have any ending notes you want to say about it?
Call Lainey. She'll take care of you.
I like that one. Okay.
And take Lainey with you to Laos.
Only if you want to have a really good time.
Lay off the whiskey.
Yeah. Good advice. Yeah. All right, everyone. We will see you next Tuesday talking about Guatemala. So thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
Thanks, Charlie.
Bye.
Bye bye.